All right, so I want to talk about like the obsession with doing fun things and my experience with it. A lot of people like fear work and doing things that aren't very pleasant, like studying and working out and all these things, because they're not fun. But in my experience, doing these things, when you actually get into it and you start improving yourself, they're way more fun than the fun things. So, I mean, even lately, right? I've been doing more so called fun things than I should have. And I'm just being totally transparent. And they're not that fun. It's almost like you do them in terms of procrastination, most likely to avoid doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, which is work in whatever sense, right? But because you know you're supposed to be doing that thing and you're just avoiding it, you do the fun things, but it doesn't feel fun because you know you're not even worthy of doing it because you've got other things to do. So it's almost like you're trading work for a different type of work that just has the mask of it being fun. And if that's the case, why don't you just do the work by itself? And when you actually do the things, if you've accomplished something big, you probably know what I'm talking about. But even you get into fantastic shape, or you record a video you don't want to be recording, or you deliver an assignment, right? Even homework or whatever, you feel amazing. It's like, holy shit, like this is actual fun. It's not in the limbo, you're watching something when you know you're supposed to be doing something else and it doesn't feel fun, but it doesn't feel too bad, so you're just there. That's just like a silent killer. It's terrible for us. But it's actually so much fun to just do things that you don't feel like doing. They're hard, but accomplishing them. And I think this whole obsession with breaks and, just pleasure with Netflix and YouTube and all of these things, there's just most of the time distractions. Now, sure, I mean, we all enjoy doing those things, and you can, to a certain degree, guilt-free. You can have fun, of course, but if we're being totally honest, we do it more than we should, and we work on our things way less than we should. So it's not balanced out, and there's just so much. It's not even happiness; it's fulfillment in doing what isn't the most pleasurable thing to do, but it's what you should be doing. And at the end of it, it becomes more pleasurable than the fun things. If you, for example, let's say you have a day where you wake up, you start scrolling immediately, and then you get up and you go to the toilet, and then you get out and you scroll some more. Maybe you scroll in the toilet and just scrolling, and you do no work, you don't work out, you do no positive habits, you just do the bad stuff, junk food and everything. Supposedly, those are the fun things. You just do them because they feel good. But they don't. Like, they just don't. It's just the pleasure pit is one very hard to get out of, and it's not fulfilling at all. On the other hand, if you wake up and you don't scroll, and let's say you meditate and you work out and you do the things that you should be doing, by the end of those, by the end of the day, and even by the end of each task, you will feel so fulfilled and so happy that just existence is pleasurable by itself. You don't need no Netflix, you don't need no YouTube, none of it. So this dependence on the fun things, I think, is very terrible, and it's something that's the norm nowadays. Like, you're a weirdo if you're not constantly on YouTube and constantly watching Netflix shows, and have you checked this one and this one out? And if you don't know influencers on, I don't know, Twitch or whatever, you're a weirdo if you don't know those things. But I mean, in a world where everyone is stimulated and people can't even concentrate, it's probably good to be a weirdo. And I'm not singling myself out. Like I said, I'm making this video because in the last few days, I've used these things more than I should have. But I wanted to say this, because it's been my experience. So, yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to say. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.